All right, welcome back, Twitchers. We are back here at Las Vegas for the Inters Round 15 Tier 3 race. We just had to reset the lobby due to an unfair penalty and another driver unable to get their cars. If the drivers can hear us, make sure you get into your car and get the engineers to set up your wings how you wish. Do not set a preset because I definitely don't need it in this track. I think formation will be on, so the drivers will have the opportunity to warm up their tyres before we start this race.
Yep, that's right. Set up, boys. The old frantic call with 30 seconds before the formation lap begins, and then we're off and racing. So this will be the second formation lap for these blokes, but that's all right. Interesting quali there. We saw the Ferrari Mertz just a bit of a couple of good laps there. I did actually race down to the Ferrari garage just in between getting the proper stream up, and Mertz said he lost a couple of tenths there in the straight, exit out of 12 maybe it was. So he could have gone even quicker, he reckons. So, but he does say that every race.
Yeah, you can always go quicker. You can always find a little bit here and there. But that's the good old TP going into the garage, giving the drivers a pat on the back, giving a bit of a pep talk for the race.
Yeah, definitely. Some drivers need it and some don't. Some like to stay in silence and just keep their head down. But I've got a young, emotional, passionate driver in the Ferrari. It's sometimes you just have to put the reins on every now and then, and just make sure that they're in control of their emotions and their car most importantly. So just having a look at the tyres at the moment, it looks like from P1 to P6, all the drivers have chosen the medium compound tyre. And Tetris has chosen to run the hards. He's the only driver inside. Him along with Gobby are the only two drivers inside the top 10 with hard tyres. So look, these hard and medium tyres, there's not much difference between them on this track, Kat. I think maybe you'll get an extra 2 laps out of the hards. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think the game says 13 on the hards and 12 on the mediums. So, definitely nothing in them in terms of duration. Obviously, the meds will be the tyre of choice, but you've got to use two compounds. Yeah, bust the daytime. I don't know what's happened here. So usually it would be nighttime, but hey, we're not going to reset it again, so that's okay.
Yeah, that'd just be... Obviously, just with the restart, you're not going to get everything right with the new lobby up. So maybe just a little bit of an oversight there. It should be dark, but it looks like the sun's going down anyway. So we should get the second half of the race under lights. Let's hope so, because we really do want the spectacle. We don't want drivers obviously staring into the lights and crashing. But it really does set these streets ablaze when you go through racing at night time.
So, Broseph, mate, how are you feeling after last night's accident? I was surprised to get you in the comms box after that huge accident.
Yeah, that was entertaining. That was. It was just the end of training. We were mucking around there, coming around the final turn, and I tried to take you on the inside and got a little bit too inside. I went into the pit wall at about 350 kilometres an hour. So, good stuff. Good times. So the cars are just pulling up at the moment. We'll get you to call this one as they get off the line, Kat, and I'll get some good shots for our social team.
All right, I'm going to sit on with Deadly P5 and see what we can do. This is a pretty unique starting grid. It's curved, so the drivers just really need to be careful as they plan it. We got 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we're off. Not the greatest of angles. Looks like the Ferrari might have just been a little bit slow off the lead. Jeneth's got into P1, it says, but I don't think that's correct. Side by side into the corners. Oh, there's a little bit of back-to-back argy-bargy going on there, but not too bad at the moment. Got to really be careful of this turn. The traction isn't great. And the Ferrari and the Mercedes are going side by side. Oh, no, and I think...
it's a McLaren, is it?
McLaren, it's just telling me Jeneth's in P1, but that's not correct. So Mertz has got the lead, followed by Bridgie.
Swiss Lord in P3, I believe, in the Merc, and then Trenner in P4 in the McLaren.
Yeah, there's blue. Let's see, blue flags waving. So I think this is my game that's having a little bit of a problem. Like I said, it's telling me that Jeneth is in P1, but let's see how this pans out.
Yeah, no worries, Kat. So I'm just on board with Mertz at the moment because I'm just trying to get this footage. So if you want to scroll down, if you see any more action, feel free to call what's happening a bit further down.
Yeah, everyone seems to have gone through the first half of this lap pretty cleanly. It looks like Salmons has just made a move down the straight. It looks like he's made a double overtake. He's moved into P6. And you've really got to be cautious with your ERS. Does get used pretty easily, and it's hard to regain. So definitely helpful down the straight, but you really want to save it towards later in the race.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You want to make sure that you've got enough to get the job done, to get the overtake later on in the race when it really counts. I mean, it's one thing to get a position early on in the race, but without the DRS to give you a bit of assistance, if you're just burning your ERS early, it's a bit of a waste just to get one or two positions, I reckon, anyway. You're better off just putting your head down and trying to get some consistent laps in there and obviously squirting a bit here and there when you need to. So, yeah, as you said, it looks like the field has settled down since the start of the race, and it's actually looking, it's quite good from my vantage point here. As we just move a bit further down the field, I'm just going to bring all my my stats back up here.
Yes, just having a look at my app here. No, it's telling me no one's got wing damage at the moment, so not sure if that's 100% correct, but it looks pretty good so far. Drivers are keeping it pretty clean. Just going to sit on with Bridgie at the moment, who's just on the tail of Mertz, heading down the straight. No DRS enabled at the moment.
Yeah, I can see the Alfa Romeo quick killer at P11. He's actually gone up 5 positions. So the Alfa Romeo is absolutely flying. And if that's the case and he's made up those positions and he's got no damage, he's looking in great form at the moment, quick killer. We've got Mamba up 1 position in P10 in the Alpha Tauri, and Parseville is down 1 in the Ferrari. I believe he just got Mamba then to go up into P9, and J-Man is up 1 position in the Alpine in P8 at the moment. Tetris is right on the gearbox of T. Simmons in P6, T. Simmons the Red Bull. And then you've got Deadly Fuller in P5 in the Haas, who's all over the back of Trenner. And Mertz is really trying to just break that second gap there to Bridgie. It's 9/10 at the moment, but Bridgie keeping him in his sights.
It's just having a look at the position changes. It's telling me that P1 to P7 have not changed positions at all. So it's been pretty much a procession. Biggest mover at the moment is Quick Killer up 5. Biggest losers, Almighty Gob down 3. But not too much change overall.
Yeah, no, definitely the first 7 drivers, they haven't changed position at all. So it's they're being very, comprehensive with their driving and making sure that they're just not making any early moves to compromise their race, and they're giving the drivers ahead of them enough space to pull their cars up in time and get around this tricky track of Las Vegas for the first time. It looks like the sun is going down. What have you seen there?
Oh, Almighty Gob. Dan the racer was putting a lot of pressure on Almighty Gob, and he's hit the wall, and I'd imagine he's picked up some damage. It tells me he hasn't, which is really surprising. He had a big hit. Car looks all in one piece, so hopefully, it looks like he lives another day. And Swiss Lord's made the move on Bridgie.
Also, Swiss Lord up into P2. Interesting. Now, if you guys do like a bit of a spicy rivalry, let me tell you, Swiss Lord and Mertz, P1 and P2, it doesn't get any more spicy than these two, let me tell you. I've read a couple of the DMs between these two drivers, and there won't be any Sunday patty cake between these two, that's for sure. So let's see if Swiss Lord in the Merc can chase down Ferrari. Mertz in the Ferrari, who's absolutely flying at the moment. He's got a 1.7 lead at the moment, and Bridgie 4/10 behind with his teammate Trenner, who's absolutely putting a bit of pressure on the McLaren. He's going to have a look. No, he's going to think better. Just tuck in behind Bridgie, coming into turn 5, I believe there. Yes, it is. Now, this is turn 6. Pretty tricky here. You want to pull the car up in time. You want to brake a little bit early. Let's have a look. Nicely executed there. Deadly Fuller, Salmons, Tetris putting a bit of pressure on. They're all just flowing nicely behind one another at the moment. Kat, what do you see?
Yeah, it's a bit of a DRS train, so I think Swiss Lord's going to be... oh, there's a yellow. I think it's Donmore. Donmore's just had a spin. But yeah, let's jump back on the front. I was going to say Swiss Lord's going to be in a compromised position, but I think he may have just picked up DRS. Let's have a look.
Well, if he
has. He has.
Oh, that's an amazing half a lap there from Swiss Lord. But he was 1.7 seconds down, so he's absolutely gained a second on Mertz in about half a lap. So that Mercedes is really flying at the moment. Let's see if he can keep this up.
Yeah, he's now half a second behind Mertz, so you can see how strong the DRS and ERS is. And leading in this race, if you're within DRS, is really not probably the best position.
Mama's around, the AlphaTauri, end of 14.
Oh, he's facing the wrong way.
Yeah, it's not a good position, and Quick Killer's up in a P9, I think taking advantage of what happened behind him there.
Deadly Fuller is, again, these top 7 are really close to each other.
Yeah, Deadly Fuller, very consistent in the Haas. He's got the 2 McLarens in front of him, so he knows those 2 will be working together, just trying to break the gap behind him. But if he can stick behind these 2 McLarens, because it looks like Trenner might be a little bit quicker than Bridgie, maybe on the straights at least anyway. So if Deadly Fuller can just bide his time here. Oh, it looks like, yep, Trenner, he's gone into the wall. And T. Salmons, oh no, Trenner's absolutely collected his car back around, so he saved it.
Yeah, he must have caught it. Yep.
Whew, what a catch, mate. That's,
side by side.
As they come around, oh no, that's not where you want to be going side to side. You'd have to say that Deadly Fuller would have damage on the left side of his wing. What do you reckon there, Battle Cat?
Yeah, I think maybe both of them. I'm going to see if we can get a closer look.
Salmon's up on the inside, the Red Bull is taking advantage of this. It looks like he's going to get the 2 places done here.
He'll get both of them.
Oh, Trenner's actually on the outside, and yeah, Trenner's actually got the faster car, so Salmons will slot in behind Trenner. He's actually getting another run here. Will he have a look on the inside? He will. He's going to send it.
Oh, you don't have to side, no.
That's. Oh, I think he would have maybe wanted that one back if he had another opportunity. Unfortunate. He's got to be careful here. Oh, yep, and Quick Killer bides his time and makes sure he gets the move done on the inside. So Salmon's just, unfortunately, maybe just stuck his left wheel a little bit far in front, but it's all speculation. We're not really sure what happens in the heat of the moment, but it was good racing there.
Yeah, I think he might have hit the curb a little bit as well. These curbs they're a bit too high. It unsettles the car a lot. There are just some corners here. I don't think you want to be going side by side. But that was some fun racing there. Just having a look, Salmons does show us having some front wing damage. The other drivers don't, so it looks like they got away from it. So one thing I was going to say is the driver that we can't talk about, he's on the hard tyres and he was keeping up with this pack, so it's not a bad position for those tyres.
If we can get on board with Bridgie at the moment.
Yep, sitting on with him.
Yeah, Swiss Lord absolutely getting his rear end loose. Coming out of turn 9, I believe it was, yeah. So let's see if Bridgie can just line this up here because he's... Oh, and Jennifer Lee's picked up a 5-second penalty for a collision with Ratbag. So P13 and 14 not having fun down there at the back of the pack. Let's have a look at Bridgie. He's going to be catching here.
Yeah,
will he have enough to get up on the inside? He certainly will. Look at that. Leaves him in his dust there. The Mercedes has absolutely no answer without the DRS. And the McLaren just takes off into the sunset.
Yeah, and I think if you do get overtaken, the most important thing is just to stay within that DRS. If you fall out, then it's going to be pretty tricky to catch up. But if you can stay within, then you'll have the opportunity to overtake again in the next lap. So.
Yeah, that's right. Just stay in the tow for as long as you can. And as you said, if you can stay within that DRS. Oh, looks like Bridgie may have touched the wall there, coming out of turn 1 or 2. All right, we'll just move a bit further down. Looks like J-Man in the Alpine. Yep.
No, I was going to say Swiss Lord was going to make the move, but no, he didn't. He was thought better of it. He might wait for the next straight.
You're right there. Just pulls it up in time into turn 5. So Swiss Lord is wanting to put the pressure on. Can he pull it up here? He does. Follows that very nicely around 6 and 7. Now round turn 9. Oh, cuts it nicely there. looks like the McLaren may have got a better exit, and I think he did.
So we've got 3 drivers in the pits, all for front wing changes. That's Ratbag, Jenneth, and Donmore. So there must have been some collisions happening towards the back of the pack there.
Yeah, unfortunate for those 3. Mamba, you'd have to say, he's actually been doing really well since he's taken control of AlphaTauri. Mamba absolutely sitting in P9 at the moment on 83 points for AlphaTauri. So, look, it's still early days, and if there's a safety car, those drivers will be right back into contention. Looks like Swiss Lord's going to make a move. Bridgie, makes a move late under braking. Comes back under Swiss Lord, just closed the door. I think there was nothing wrong with that. Swiss Lord just having a good look, but just didn't have enough juice in the end. Let's see if he can bring it home here down the Harmon Avenue.
Yeah, their top speeds seem to be fairly similar, 349, 348, so there's not much in it.
No, and of course, while these two are battling, Mertz has pulled out to a 2-second lead in that Ferrari. So, Bridgie, a little bit compromised. I think he hit the front, maybe just grazed, and it's given Swiss Lord a great run here with the DRS. So up on the inside, Swiss Lord into P2, and it looks like T. Salmons or Gobby got the move. No, Gobby just got the move done.
No, Bridgie and Swiss Lord are around.
Oh, they certainly are. Bridgie is
then it's going to cause a bit of a pile-up.
Yes. Yep.
And Swiss Lord
Lord's
cannot.
absolutely stuck. And he's just been pushed around there. So Salmons is not having a great time. I think Salmons just may have compromised his front wing there, pushing Swiss Lord back around.
It's so light.
So Mertz has
Dan the Racer, who's retired. I think he may have retired in the pits, possibly.
No, he's at turn 5. I think
safety
where
car.
that
safety car
calamity was. Yeah. So that's just so unfortunate. That happened. What is that? That's a choke point, really, at the race. And so if you've got a car turned around, you saw how compromised Swiss Lord was. You try and do a 3-point turn. There's cars coming around. He's absolutely on the racing line. No one behind him, apart from the yellow flags. You won't get much warning about where that car's going to be, apart from it's approaching. So, unfortunate. We'll have a look at the cars and see how many have got damage. They'll come into the pits. You'd imagine...
so there's a few. I think some of the drivers are having a look now. It's showing me that Salmons has got some damage. Showing me Donmore's got some damage as well. Jenneth, unfortunately, has got some rear wing damage, so that's not going to be fun. But those with damage will definitely try to come in and get that fixed. It looks like Tetris has come in, Trenner's come in, Bridges come in. Mertz has stayed out, but everyone else looks like they're coming in for a fresh set of tyres. And Salmons is...
Sorry. Salmons...
he's picked up a 5-second speeding pit lane penalty, so... Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Hasn't had a great start to this race. 9 laps in Salmons in P10 in the Red Bull. But all the faith in his driving ability to pull himself back up. I mean, P9's nothing really to sniff out after the start he's had, so... These cars will catch back up to the safety car. Mertz is the only car that has decided to stay out. Deadly Fuller, of course, pitted a lap earlier, so he's on fresh hards, 1 lap old in P4. But Mertz is the only car on the mediums who decided to stay out. Probably would have put the fresh hards on at that safety car point, but hopefully he's still got enough life left in those tyres to keep Trenner at bay. He'll probably rely on a safety car in the next 4 or 5 laps with those cars behind him, given it's a street circuit with the safety car. Battlecat, I'm just going to run down to the garage and I'll be back in about 90 seconds, mate. All right.
Sure. So, looking at the strategy there from the Ferrari pit wall, the TP is in this chat here. I'm sure he would have told Mertz probably to come in 15 laps on the hard tyres. Probably could have been done, but he's decided to stay out. Might be a genius call. We don't know. If there's another safety car in another 4 or 5 laps or so, it could be genius. So let's see what happens there. But it looks like everyone's pretty much pitted, except for the front runner there, Mertz. Trenner's on hards. Tetris is on mediums. Deadly's on hards. It's a bit of a mixed bag there at the front. you think these tyres would make it to the end. They're not going to be the greatest tyres after 15 laps, but like I said before, you're looking at 12, 13 laps for the tyres, so 15 laps should be possible. Definitely got a bit of spacing in the grid here, so safety car will go around again. I think Domwall's at the back of the pack. He should hopefully catch up before the safety car comes in. Just looking through the chat here, Yusuf, Quick Killer last to first. It's looking that way, isn't it? He's in P5. He's doing pretty well. Let's bring up the position changes. Just keep in mind, Mertz has not pitted, but Quick Killer is up 11 spots. So yeah, he's on fire at the moment. Tetris is up 4. Rapag at the back there is up 3. Biggest losers, Swiss Lord, unfortunately, he's in P10 at the moment. So but still a long way to go, and these drivers can catch up.
It's also a long way down to the garage there from Skyrace Control, but I've still got my fitness. Anyway, just pop down and just encouraging word in the boys' ears there in the Ferrari garage. Mertz obviously deciding to stay out, and just giving him a bit of a heads up on what he should likely expect and what he should do. Given what happens over the next couple of laps when the safety car comes in, it's looking like it might stay out another lap, given that Dom War still, he's still half a lap behind there, maybe a bit less, but it's going to be hard for Mertz to keep those cars behind, so we'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah, I think you just need to get those tyres warm, have a great start, maybe burn some ERS and pull out a gap if you can. But if he falls, first 2 laps, no DRS, so if he can maybe build that gap, that'll help. But yeah, it is going to be tough with those fresh tyres. And just having a look, Salmons has actually got a drive through, so that's unfortunate. So he must have been speeding under the safety car, and he's going to have to serve that once we go green.
Yep, that's just so unfortunate. Picked up a drive-through myself last weekend at Tier 2 at Baku, and we know how much we love Baku, Battlecat.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like chewy on the boot, Baku. It's just something that, for me anyway, for a lot of us, we share the same sentiments about Baku, but it is part of Hell Month, and that's what makes it Hell Month. It's a real SOB to try and get through. But, having a drive-throughs, it's not what you want in your race. So, look, if there's another safety car, that's when T. Salmons will be able to bring himself back into contention for some points. You probably look to serve this drive-through as quickly as you can. So you obviously can't serve it as soon as the safety car goes in, but you can 1 lap later. So... yeah, I'd probably look to serve that as quick as possible, get it out of the way, get in some fresh air, and hope for another safety car late.
That's it. Maybe we do Heaven Week or Heaven Months next season. Probably like Heavenly 4 rounds week in a row. Yeah, four rounds of Austria, something like that.
Yeah. No, that sounds delightful. Let's do that.
Give us your comments. What do you think Heaven Week should contain? Probably, some of those nicer, easier tracks. I don't mind France. I don't mind Austin. People don't like those tracks, but I don't mind those.
Code is tricky, I reckon. Let's have a think about it. Actually, look, the safety car's probably going to come in this lap, so I don't think we're going to get much time to go in with it. So we'll probably have to stay on with Mertz here, make sure he gets away to a clean start. Let's have a look. He's going to have to wait until the safety car comes all the way in. Yeah, I'm just going to get my screen nice and clear here and try and get some new shots for the socials team. So, I reckon the McLaren's...
He's off early. Yep.
All right. He's gone
got
early.
A nice little gap there.
Yeah, it's not a bad little gap for the Ferrari, and that's exactly what he needs. So let's see if there can be any carnage behind him, and he can just try and keep this car straight on the track.
Yeah, Quick Killer and Deadly Fuller side by side. Very
Well,
nice
they
racing
certainly
there.
are. Yep. Quick Killer is trying to just get back into the toe there of the Haas. He's going to have a look on the inside, but thinks better of it. Just tucks back in behind through turn 5. Now, this is where it gets tricky because we've just started the race, and these tyres won't be up to temperature. You want to make sure you get on the brake a little bit earlier, pull it in, get some nice exit out of turn 9 here. It's tricky. You don't want to clip the wall. Looks like everyone's coming through nice and clean, and they are. So nice restart here from the boys in Tier 3 Inters Racing League Friday night here. Round 15, Las Vegas, baby. Here we go.
Yeah, the front's getting really compact now, so Mertz is going to be in a tricky position here, but Trenner's trying to attack, but he's getting attacked by... Oh, there's a virtual safety car. What's happened? I think Don Moore's had an incident, possibly. Yep, he's had a spin. Oh, and that's probably saved... yeah, there you go. So Broseff's gone into the garage, didn't say goodbye. I think he's going to call out to his driver to possibly come in and get a new set of tyres. We might go green before then, but he's still going to drop a bunch of positions, Mertz, if he does come in. So let's see if he does. He is. He's coming in. What tyres does he go for? Let's have a look. He is going for a set of hards. He does fall back to the back, but those hard tyres will be nice and fresh, nice and quick for him. And we are green again.
We are green again, yep. I just thought, yep, opportune time there. I know he's at the back, but he just wouldn't have lasted too long on those mediums. So that's the call. And Don Moore's retired.
Yep.
So that was pit lane, I believe.
It's DNF. It's pit lane, yes.
So he would have finished in the points simply if he'd brought the car home there. But Don Moore, we know he's living in America. It's probably about 2:30 in the morning there for him. So he's doing it tough. He's reserving. So shout out to Don Moore. Just had enough of Las Vegas. Might be close to his home track. So unfortunate there for the American.
Yeah, just having a look at Salmons. He did not serve that. Did he serve that drive-through? No, it doesn't look like he has.
No.
So I'm not sure if he would have been able to under a VSC. So he's decided to stay out.
Interesting, yeah. That's it looks like Deadly Fuller on the house. Coming up to the back of a Quick Killer at the moment. He's going to think better of it and just tuck back in there. So some nice driving with Quick Killer and Deadly Fuller. Of course, Quick Killer coming from the back of the field. He's up in a P3 at the moment and he's in DRS of Tetris. So the Williams driver Tetris will be knowing all about it, and he's all over the back of Trenner in P1 at the moment. Will Tetris have a look coming into turn 1? Thinks better of it. Goes around the outside of turn 2, but Trenner should be able to open up turn 3 here with that kind of entry. And Tetris is going to get a nice run of DRS. Opens up the back wing. Is he going to have a look coming into turn 5?
No, I don't think he will. He'll just back off.
Yeah, he's playing the long game here. So we know Trenner's on the hard tyres and Tetris on those mediums, so he will have a bit better grip here and a little bit better speed as well down the straight. He's going to wait. He's going to wait for the most perfect time to get this clean overtake done. And I know he doesn't want me to stay on board with him, but I absolutely am, because this is where the action is.
Yeah, and I think...
Quick Killer's right behind him. Sorry, you go, Kat.
Yeah, and I think Quick Killer's in a great position here. He's going to get a tow from both of them. So just watch Quick Killer, see if he does a double overtake.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You keep an eye on Quick Killer. I'll stay on board with Tetris. So about 2.5, 3 tenths each behind one another. Trenner will be knowing all about it down this straight. Now, not many moves. Tetris goes to the outside. Quick Killer will go to the inside. So, Trenner, the sandwich in the middle, gets absolutely eaten up by both the Williams and the Alfa Romeo. And it looks like Tetris does get the move into turn 14, 15, out of 16. So, Quick Killer up in a P2 and Trenner loses 2 positions there. Tetris in the Williams leading this race. We've done 15 laps. Quick Killer, is he going to come back on the inside? No, he won't. He'll tuck back in there. Deadly Fuller having a look at J-Man as well, up in a P4 in the Alpine and Swiss Law. Looks like he gets the move done while Bridgie pits.
Yeah, there's 2 battles happening, P1, 2, 3, and then 4 and 5 look like they're having a great time as well. Red Bulls, not so much. Looks like Gobby may have had an incident. He's dropped to the bottom of the pack there. So, yeah, but let's keep an eye on the front and see what's happening. Again, P1, 2, 3, they're within DRS. So let's see if Quick Kill or Trenna can get those positions back off Tetris.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's where the action is. And like you said, Jenneth Lee also in P9, right on the back of his teammate. So let's see if those two can work together just to bridge that gap into P7 there in Swiss Lord, because it's almost up to 5 seconds. Mamba is behind in P8 there. Deadly Fuller still in P5. Yeah, Trenna.
Yeah, Trenna's just fallen out of DRS. I'm not sure if he's going to pick it up.
Let's see if he can open that back wing. So they get...
No, he does not.
No. Quick Killer does and moves into P1 on Tetris on the outside. Tetris will tuck back in, hoping to get a bit of a tow here down the straight. But Quick Killer's absolutely pulling away there, almost 5-6 tenths in front now.
Yeah, and Deadly's made the move on J-Man as well.
Oh, great move there from Deadly, the Haas driver. Very consistent race tonight. Seems as though he's been in P5 for 15 laps, but up into P4 now. So he's just 6 tenths behind P3 in the McLaren. So Deadly Fuller very much in contention for a podium here. Of course, we saw him, I believe it was Bridgie that was banging with earlier on in the race, having some good battles there. Maybe it was Trenna, I'm not sure. But, yeah, he's definitely been fighting with the McLarens, and it looks like there's going to be some more fights between the Haas and the McLaren entering the next couple of laps, you'd imagine, Kat.
Yeah, I can't call it at the moment. I think Quick Killer just had a little bit of a snap there, and that's caused Tetris to get really close behind.
Well, yep. I know Tetris likes it behind real close, that's for sure.
Yeah, he told us not to sit on him. But, you know, I must sit on the Tetris, and I'm not trying to jinx you at all, but the action is right here at the front of the pack in P2.
Yeah, the heat is on, Tetris, and you're well and truly in the kitchen and delivering up some beautiful spice, mate, for entertainment purposes. Deadly Fuller is in the DRS and is going to open that back wing up in the Haas. So he's going to get a nice run on Trenna. Likewise, J-Man in the Alpine in P5 and Parzival in the Ferrari up into P6 at the moment. So he's having a very consistent race. Mertz is in P9, so he's pushing hard on those hard tyres, just 3 laps old, so he's got a bit of life left in those. They will take him to the end. So yeah, just head down for Mertz, and he is bridging that gap to P8 at the moment. You got T. Simmons still with the drive-through. He needs to serve this.
Yeah, no, it's a 5-second penalty. I was having a look at that as well. Broseph thought, what's happening? But I must have picked up a barrage of penalties. So looks like he served his drive-through, and he's got a 5-second that he has to serve. Yep.
Sorry, Salmons, that's my bad there. Just a lot of detail that you need to check, that we need to check, and just got that one wrong there. So he has served the drive-through. He has got a 5-second penalty. Hopefully he can get that one removed, and if it can be removed, if it wasn't his fault, and he'll stay out there and finish on those hards if that's the case.
Yeah, Mertz I was just going to say Mertz set the fastest lap, but that's Bridges has taken that away with a 1:35.3.
It's interesting, Bridgie, on the soft tyres. He's got 10 laps to do on those softs. He's going to be very slow at the end, but he did go for the fastest lap, I imagine, and pulled it off. So credit to him there.
Yeah, he's done 2 laps and his tyres are already at 12%. So I really don't see 10 laps. It could be done, but they're not going to be great towards the end.
No, I think he might rely on a late safety car maybe. And we've got a yellow car in sector. Yellow flag around in sector 1. Jenneth at the back of the field in the AlphaTauri. Yeah. All you have to do is finish Jenneth, and you're going to get some points there, mate.
Yeah, he's got some rear wing damage, so credit out to Jenneth. It must be really hard to do to race around. Yep.
Sorry, Kat. J-Man P5 all over the back of Deadly Fuller in the Haas there. So that Alpine driver, he's doing very well. Joined halfway through qualifying. J-Man's in really good form, I have to say. Pretty sure it was J-Man who was commentating the Oceania Invitation a couple of weeks back. Outstanding performance there from the young man. And another great drive from him here tonight.
Yeah, Trenna seems to, it doesn't seem to be enjoying those hard tyres, and he's getting a little bit of a DRS train behind him, getting some pressure from Deadly and J-Man. He's fallen out of the DRS from Tetris, so you'd imagine he'll be compromise down that straight.
You're dead right. Yeah, Trent are really not liking those hards, and Deadly Fuller has a lap older on those hards, but is really seemed to be getting a bit more life out of those. J-Man as well, who's on the back of Deadly Fuller. So those three cars really battling it out for third position. Looks like Trenner just may have pulled away from the DRS. Let's have a look. Yeah, I don't think that has picked it up. Oh, hang on.
No, he's still within. Yep. No.
No, he is. Yep. Oh, a little bit of a clip of the wall there, but I think he's all right, Deadly Fuller.
Yep, he will pick up DRS.
He certainly does. So, will it be enough? He's 8.5 tenths behind. J-Man, 5.5 tenths. Who's got the faster car? So we might have an AlphaTauri in trouble. Yep, Jennifer Lee again.
Yep. Yeah, just really difficult to drive with the rear wing damage.
Yeah, just not enough pace there for Deadly to get the move done. So Trenner stays in P3 there, and
J-Man.
Tetris, of course. Yep, J-Man got the move, did he? Yep, looks like he's on the inside. Coming into the turn 17. Beautiful move there. Up into P4 for the Alpine. That'll make the team principal Ads very happy to see his man up into P4. Alpine still punching to stay away from... Unfortunately, I think they might have dropped down to P9 overall in the standings, so they definitely don't want to finish last. No, I know Ads will be desperate not to see that happen.
Yeah, they dropped down a spot from Mercedes, but it is still really close with 6 races left, including this one. So still anyone's game.
Well, yeah, Alpine's got a good buffer. They've got 132 points over P10 in AlphaTauri, so he does look safe. Williams, of course, leading the championship on 754 points with McLaren. Mercy, the team principal, done a really great job bringing McLaren back. They're on 746 points, so just 8 points behind Williams there in P2. Aston Martin on 722 points in P3. Then you've got Ferrari, 668 points in P4. Haas in P5, 644 points. Alfa Romeo, outstanding job there by Timmy, the team principal, to bring that team all the way back up at a P6 on 607 points. So you could see Alfa Romeo finish in the top 5, and of course he would retain the team principal role if he chose to invoke that rule next season. Red Bull on P7, 560 points, and Mercedes, 531, 31 points ahead of Alpine in P9.
Yeah, J-Man makes the move on Trenner, so J-Man's looking really quick.
Yeah, J-Man really loving those hard tyres in the second stint, no doubt about it, Kat. So Tetris as well, just biding his time. The front two drivers both on 11-lap-old mediums as they come around turn 2. Tetris just staying within that 4 to 6 tenth gap at the moment. He's going to get the DRS down the straight here. Will it be enough to come into turn 5 and have a look? I don't think so. He's being rather patient, Tetris.
Yeah, and look, I think with this track, there's a little bit of strategy, right? You do not want to be leading with a driver behind you less than a second into the last few laps, honestly. I think where Tetris is at the moment is where you want to be right now. Sit behind, don't burn your ERS, build it up, wait for those last few laps and push.
No doubt about it. I think what's going to win this race between these top two drivers, it looks like it's between 2 drivers at the moment for this win. J-Man's 2.5 seconds behind these two, so I think it might come down to, like you said, positioning into the last few laps, making sure you get the DRS and a nice run, but also the amount of ERS that you've got is going to play a massive role at the end of this race. I'm not going to say what the top two have got at the moment. I don't want to get that information out there in case it compromises someone's finish, but let me tell you...
I'll turn it off. I was streaming it, but I will turn it off in the last 5 laps. Yep.
All right. So if you're watching, you probably know, but they're separated by about 30% at the moment, the top two drivers. So one of them has got about 30% ERS on the other. Trent has just taken Deadly Fuller for P3, and J-Man's back into P5. So obviously got swallowed up there, J-Man. And,
they're all flashing. They're all flashing, all 3 of them. So that's part of the problem, right? They get DRS, they'll pass. They can't defend. The next person comes along, then they pass. So this is the strategy, right? You've just got to be really cautious with your ERS and use it, wisely.
Yeah, that's exactly right. you've got to say Swiss Lord, he's done well to recover. He's back into P7. He's done 12 laps on those hards. Yep, he should get comfortably home. Mertz behind him in the Ferrari up into P8. So Mertz, just unfortunately, you would have thought if he pitted at the opportune time, he'd still be fighting up there in the top 3 for a podium. Just unfortunate there, but look, there's still a couple of laps to go. We could see a late safety car. But yeah, credit to the guys out in top who made the decision to pit at the safety car when it came out.
Yeah, it was a bit hard for Mertz leading. He didn't know what to do, and he thought he'd stay out, and the other drivers behind him decided to pit. Couldn't really hit the brakes and reverse, so yeah, but, you know, that's all right.
Yeah, that's F1 racing, isn't it, mate? Oh, looks like Deadly Fuller got the move on Trenner, and he does. Coming in at 14, 15 and 16. Very tricky exit out of here. Looks like everyone's done very well to keep it clean. J-Man, of course, in the Alpine, lost a couple of positions last lap. He'll be looking to get one back. Not close enough to the McLaren.
This is probably really the fight for P3, isn't it? Again, I don't want to jinx the front runners there, but you think it's either Quick Killer or Tetris for the first 2 steps on the podium, and then Deadly Trenner or J-Man for P3.
And Parzival is decided to box and is putting on softs. So he must have a fairly good... No, he's dropped down a couple of positions. So I think he will at least get those back with 3 laps to go. He should finish around P8, I'd imagine.
Yeah, and he's just almost binned it, but that's all right.
Almost binned it coming out of pit lane there. He's managed to catch it. It looks like Gob's going to do the same thing. He's going to box after 4 laps on those softs. He's not happy. He's going to put on a new wing. So Gobby's had a hell of a race at Hell Month at Las Vegas, and you'd imagine he'll be heading straight at the casino, blowing a wad of money, probably doing all those things that you like to do when things don't go your way in Vegas. And I won't say too much on the stream, but he'll be having a good time, I imagine, after the race.
Yeah, Parzival might be trying for that fastest lap. I think Gobby can also do it. You need to be, I think, in the top 10 to be able to get a point, but you can always take it away from someone else.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So Parzival, yep, hopefully he will grab that fastest lap. Obviously, me being team principal, that's what I'd like, and yeah, he should be able to catch Salmons and Bridgie on those old softs. Anyway, so look, Tetris...
It's got 9 seconds to do in 3 laps, so...
that's a tall ask,
possible, yep.
Yeah.
Salmons has got that 5-second penalty, so that might help.
That's true. Anyway, we'll move a bit further up where the action is, because Tetris is less than 3/10 behind the race leader at the moment. Oh, and the Alfa Romeo gets a little bit of... just unsettled a little bit there out of turn 5. Out of turn 4, sorry, 5. I don't know where I am at the moment. Coming into 9, out of 9. Sorry.
Yeah, I've seen that a little bit on Quick Killer's car. I'm not sure if it's just a glitch. I think he's based in India, so the connection's not as good as if it was here in Australia. But seems to have control of his car.
Oh, no doubt about it. Yeah, that's actually a good point, because more often than not, you do see Quick Killer getting. Just making the most out of the grip, you could say. You don't want to say loose, but he definitely gets the most rotation out of the car that he possibly can. He's a thrilling driver to watch. I really do enjoy watching Quick Killer get around these tracks. Tetris, of course, we know the Williams driver very well, Battlecat, one of our good friends, and he's doing absolutely everything within his power to stay within Quick Killer and the Alfa Romeo to make advantage of the big DRS down to the final couple of straights there, and hopefully he can snatch the win for Williams, because it would do everything for that team to really make a push at winning this championship overall if he can get the win here tonight.
Yeah, I think the actions are P3 and 4 at the moment. They were going into those final corners and going in side by side. Trenner's side by side at the moment now with Deadly. See who picks up the DRS. I think Trenner's going to fall back.
No, you're absolutely right.
And he's got the move. Yep, good move there.
Yeah, so Deadly Fuller stuck to the inside, but it wasn't enough to hold Trenner back. He had that rear wing opened, and He got the move done quite easily there. J-Man.
I won't say what Dano said in the chat, but he'll kill me if I repeat it. So I don't want to think it.
Okay, copy that. We'll just let that one go by the wayside. Staying on board here with the battle for third position at the moment. We'll get back up there with Tetris and Quick Killer as we get onto the final lap. There's only 1.5 laps to go, Battle Cat. So this is the battle for P3. You've got Trenner in the McLaren. You've got Deadly Fuller in the Haas and J-Man in the Alpine. They're all on old hards. Trenner and J-Man on 15 lap old and Deadly Fuller on 16 lap old. So there's really nothing between these drivers with their tyres or their racecraft at the moment. It really has been a thrilling battle to watch, and let's just see how this one plays out. Looks like Deadly Fuller's absolutely got that move done there, going down the straight into turn 14, 15 and 16 out of there nice and smoothly. Let's see if J-Man can get a run here on Trenner. I don't think he can. No.
All right, I'm going to sit on with. I think I'm going to sit on with the front runners here. See what happens in this last lap.
Yep, let's get on board with Tetris and Quick Killer and see who's going to take this victory out, because it's been a thrilling race at Las Vegas in Tier 3 so far. Mertz is up in a P6, so the race winner and provisional pole has done well to pull himself up in a P6. But this is where the action is. Quick Killer out of turn 5 into 6. You want to make sure you pull up on the brakes as early as possible and get the best exit out of 7 and 8, so you can give yourself a great entry into 9. Out of 9. Oh, maybe a little bit loose. That's going to open the door for Tetris. You can see the gap's closing. It's down to 4.5 tenths. But I think Tetris is just biding his time. He absolutely is. So there's not much separating the ERS, but this is where it's going to count. So Tetris, if he can get nice exit out of here and get a good run down the straight, you'd imagine this is where he wants to get the overtake done.
Everyone's burning, I'm sure.
They are burning. Tetris has got the rear wing open. It looked like Quick Killer got the better exit, but will Tetris get enough down the final straight? Doesn't look like it.
Doesn't look like it.
No, Quick Killer looks like he's got a bit more ERS, so this is where it's going to count, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like Tetris got a nice exit. He's 5 tenths behind, though. I think Quick Killer's got the pace in this Alfa Romeo to pull off the win. Tetris is going to burn all he can. Coming around turn 17, Quick Killer's going to take this win. He will. Alfa Romeo P1, Tetris P2 in the Williams. Let's see if Trenner, J-Man in P4 at the moment. Coming around, Trenner's going to take P3. J-Man P4, Deadly Puller P5 in the house, and Mertz is coming around. Will collect P6 in the Ferrari. Fantastic drive there, and Swiss Lord P7 in the Merc.
Oh, that was great fun there. It really went down to the last few corners. The action was happening as well with P3-4. I think there was a late overtake happening there as well. I think I just missed it, but well done for those drivers. It was great racing, keeping it nice and clean, no silly moves. So, definitely well done. The Tier 2 and Tier 1 drivers have got a lot to live up to.
Oh, they do. We only had 2 DNFs there. So, I thought it was really clean, really good racing from the top 5, you have to say. You have to include Mertz there, because his first stint was really, really good. I think he got out to a 4 or 5 second gap there, and it was only the safety car and not boxing that kind of compromised his race. So to get back up into P6, well done, Mertz. Swiss Lord, of course, compromised his race with a spin and quite a lot of damage there. So to get into P7 with 17 laps on those hards, well done, Swiss Lord. Mamba as well, up into P8 after really battling it out. Down at the back of the pack for most of the race there. So 15 laps on those mediums. Get out to Mamba, and Bridgie in there with a very old soft tyres, picks up P9. So good points from McLaren there with both of those drivers.
Yeah, shout out to Jeneth as well, sticking with it, rear wing damage, bringing the car home and bringing some points for the team. So well done.
Definitely. Hard to shout out everyone there. But if we can get the podium place winners into the chat. Of course, Quick Killer, we got Tetris there, and in the McLaren we've got Trenner. So outstanding race. I'd love to hear from Trenner. Just really good battles for probably about the last 10 laps there for P3 with Haas, the Haas and the Alpine really pushing him all the way there. So yeah, fantastic racing here tonight at Las Vegas.
Yeah, just if you can hear me, boys, Tier 3 party chat, you can come in and join. Thanks.
Yeah, so
Alright.
that's gonna put Quick Killer actually on P1 for the Tier 3 standings after this race, and I know it's not what it's not what the Williams drivers want to hear, even though Tetris got P2 because Powers was leading the championship, but now he will slide back into P2. So yeah, bit unfortunate there, but it's not all bad with Tetris getting PT. So Williams overall will extend their lead so far in the championship, the overall constructors, because McLaren got a P3 there. Yeah, J-Man, as I said in the Alpine, P4, Deadly Fuller. He did finish P5. I believe he started in P5, so he was relatively stuck there all race long. Fantastic drive from Deadly Fuller in the Haas, you have to say, Battle Cat.
Yeah, well done. Yep. We have our friend Tetris, P2 there in the Williams. Well done, mate. We will try not to jinx you. And we were hoping you would, bring the fight right to the end, and you did. Just that last lap, not close enough to get past Quick Killer. Talk us through it.
P2, that's P2. I actually can't control. I can control. Look, I just want a massive shout out to the rest of the grid. It was a great grid today. Big shout out to Mertz for a great pole lap. It's just a shame that safety car came out and ruined his strategy. But also a massive shout out to Quick Killer, and I think Fuller was a trainer that came in third, P3. I think it was Fuller.
Trainer came in P3.
Oh, trainer. Okay, sorry, but Fuller had a great race as well. He was pretty rapid as well. Look, obviously we had the incident during quali where I got a 5-second time grid penalty, and I was thinking that was kind of going to be the end of my race, but qualified in I can't remember, 6, 7. Yeah, it was P7. That's right.
F-bombs too.
Sorry, kids. Sorry, all the kids. Qualified in P7 and just basically decided to go the alternate strategy. I wanted to try something different. I don't really like this track. I have a very different setup to what everyone else has. I sacrificed a lot of downforce, and it seemed to pay off with the life of the tyres because I was able to keep up with Quick Killer in the second stint. So the first stint, then the safety car kind of wrecked it because it was too early to box for mediums, you would think. So I was hoping for a second safety car, but it's never materialised, and for some reason I was keeping up with Quick Killer, so yeah, that was interesting.
Tetris, if you don't mind...
Hello, Broseph.
Yeah, mate, congratulations, P2. Just an outstanding drive from you there. Just so consistent, especially to stay on the back of Quick Killer, who we know is absolutely rapid. So you've got to be very pleased with that, considering what happened in another league recently. But we won't stay on that one too long. The question I want to ask, because we were really watching, you two battle it out for the race win in the last lap there, and do you reckon that lack of downforce cost you the race?
It could have. It helped me and it hindered me. I think it was a gift and a curse because when those tyres dropped off the cliff, I didn't look at the tyres at the end. I didn't even want to look at how rotten they were. So I just kind of focused on the temperatures and just focused on corner exit and making sure that I didn't over-rotate like what happened so much at Baku. But yeah, I think it was a gift and a curse having that extra downforce because I was able to keep pace with the other cars in Sector 1 and Sector 2 because the back end steps out, turn 1, turn 2. So many times in practice, my back end just spun out trying. the cars behind us on a better compound of tyres. But we were just basically he was dragging me along basically. I didn't get to overtake him once after he overtook me on lap 12 or 13 or 14 or whenever it was. But it was very exciting, and I'm very happy. I'm happy for the team. Big shout out to Williams boys watching on stream, Aussie 2K, our team principal, Buster, KLX, Daniel Starr, and my wonderful teammate Isa Powers, who couldn't make it tonight. So I feel as though I did Williams proud tonight. So I'm really happy with that result.
No doubt about it, mate. Outstanding performance. I'm sure the team is absolutely raging. They're actually they want to get down to the tables and roll some dice Tetris. So I'm sure you've got some good luck with you tonight because that's a P2 and you're consistent racing. That's P2. So paid off, mate. Well done. Congratulations, and look forward to a bit of an easier drive next weekend with Hell Month being over, and we'll be at France next weekend.
Thanks, mate. I'm really looking forward to France. I hope everyone has a good weekend racing and enjoys the rest of the weekend. Thanks, Battlecat. Thanks, Broseph. You guys are legends.
No worries. Good night. See ya.
Thank you very much. All right, Kat. Looks like we have the race winner in here, Quick Killer, who I believe
we got Trenner as well. If you want to go P3.
Oh, sorry, we do.
Yep.
Oh, we do. Sorry. Yep. Let's go with Trenner. My bad. Trenner, I'll just get this one started, and then I'll let Battlecat ask you a couple of questions. But, mate, you've got to be happy that you held on to P3 there because you were really fighting hard there with the Haas and the Alpine as well, who were pushing you for the last, it seemed like 10 or 12 laps. You guys just going back and forth. Couldn't really break out of that DRS. And then it was just a battle of ERS at the end. It looks like you were both, all three of you were scraping the bottom of the barrel of that ERS, but it looked like you just had a bit of a better exit out of the last couple of corners there, and maybe even a bit more downforce than those other two to hold on to P3. So just talk us through that battle for P3 at the end there, and just what stood out for you in that race today, mate.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, absolutely stoked to get P3. And then, as you say, like, it was just a battle between us three, probably those last 6 to 7 laps. Just constantly kind of navigating who was going to be leading which lap, pretty much. But yeah, I thought pretty much if I could let Deadly kind of take the position on the second last lap, knowing if I got a good enough exit on the last one, that I'd get him on that back straight, because I'd gotten him pretty easily every other time, so I think I may have had a little bit less downforce than him. So yeah, the tactics worked perfectly in the end, but God, Jay was flying on that last straight. I think he must have saved up more ERS than us, because yeah, he was a rocket ship down there, and I thought he was going to get us both. But yeah, that was awesome racing from those two. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, nice one, mate. Well done. And of course, just quickly, Battlecat, that you really needed to get that one over Deadly Fuller, because standing at the moment P3 you are, and he's P4, and there's only 2 points separating you. So that will extend. P3? You are overall, in the standings. Jeez. 153 points, and Deadly's on 151.
No. Trent, no. Sorry. No. Bridges 153. We are talking to Trenner. Trenner is on 99.
Yeah, I was going to say I've had a terrible season, so
both McLaren drivers.
Shock. But as you say though, it's good points in McLaren. Hopefully, obviously we've got a bit of a fight with Williams, so shame I couldn't get Tetris. He was on another level this race, so congrats to him. But we'll see him in France.
You closed the gap to P4 then on Deadly Fuller, I should say.
Well, that's good to know then. I mean, if I can get myself into the top 4 after the season I've had, I'll be stoked.
Yeah, nice, trainer. I'm sure Mercy's pretty happy as well with your finish there, and I believe your teammate did pick up the fastest lap in the end. So
beautiful.
Yeah. So good points there overall for your team, and look forward to France next weekend. How do you feel about that track?
Surprisingly not too bad at France. So hopefully we can get another consistent performance from me and Bridgie, because I think when both of us are on, we have the potential to pick up like a P2, P3. So hopefully that's what we bring in for the team next week. Yeah,
a bit unfortunate for Bridgie. I think you both qualified in the top 5 tonight. So Yeah, but as we said, not all bad for Team McLaren there, and I'm sure Mercy's pretty happy, so we'll see you next week. Thanks a lot,
Yeah.
Trina.
Thanks, boys. Cheers for the call.
All right, Battlecat, do you want to take away the interview with Quick Killer for P1? Outstanding drive tonight.
Yeah, I think it's just dropped out. So, Quickly, if you're there, if you want to join back in again, we can ask you a few questions. Here he is. Quickly, you there? Hello.
Quickly, can you hear us, mate?
Yes, I can.
Excellent. Congratulations, mate.
Sorry
Well,
for the delay. I had some network error.
not a problem. Congratulations there, P1 again. So that will move you up into P1 in the championship, given that Powers wasn't able to race tonight. But yeah, your form's been really, really good. That's the 6th win for the season. And yeah, it just looks like you had control of the race all the time. So talk us through those last few laps as well there. Tetris was on your tail. We thought he might have got you there on the last few laps on the straight, but you managed to hold position.
First of all, thank you so much for the last few laps. I thought I would get ahead of Tetris within create a gap of 1 second, but he was also catching up. I was worried about my ERS. Was thinking what if he has more ERS than mine, so I had to save it. So unfortunately, I had much good straight line speed, so that was helping me a lot. But at the end, I think so on the last lap I had a very big moment, and I thought the race win would have been gone. But yeah, I managed it through and burned all my ERS on the long straight.
Yeah, you did burn a lot of that ERS, and it, I think it definitely gave you the upper hand to pulling away there and getting that race win.
So you're going to take home the trophy, Quick Killer. What are your thoughts for the remainder of the season? We've got.
If
I think we've got.
doesn't join the races, whatever the lobbies, so yeah, for sure, I can get away with the trophy driving blindly.
Yeah, I think if he can join the races, I think it's going to be a close one to the end. Both of you have been bringing top quality driving to Winters. So, 5 races left after this one. So see what happens towards the end of the season.
Yeah, congratulations, Quick Killer. Outstanding race win, and like we said, that pushes you up into P1 overall. So we'll let you go there. Thanks for the interview, and we look forward to seeing you again next weekend in France, mate. Well done.
Yes, will do. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Beautiful.
see you later.
So there's your race winner from Alfa Romeo, Quick Killer. He really has set the Tier 3, driving standards alight, you have to say. Just every week. Very consistent. Very clean racer as well, you've got to say. Coming through the entire field there in Las Vegas is no easy feat with no damage. So, yeah, well done to Quick Killer. If Powers doesn't return, it looks like he's going to race away with the championship. So, Battlecat, that's going to end it here for Friday night, Tier 3 at Inters Racing League. Thanks for joining in, everyone. And you'll see Battlecat in Tier 2 race tomorrow along with myself. And 5 p.m. Sydney time for Tier 2 tomorrow at Inters Racing League. So look forward to seeing you then.
Thanks, everyone. Good night.